deep within the barren landscape of the abandoned orc settlement on the desolate planet of Krynn, a fierce battle raged between the forces of the Adeptus Mechanicus and the relentless Necrons. The mission at hand was to reconnoiter the area and secure control over the valuable artifacts hidden within the ruins. As the battle unfolded, the Mech forces, led by their courageous alpha, Mech, pressed forward, making strategic moves to outmaneuver their ancient foes. Roland, the swift and agile arc rifle gunner, wasted no time in leaping from his insertion point to the nearest building. Scaling the wall with lightning speed, he sought refuge behind sturdy cover, preparing to rain down fire upon his enemies. Across the battlefield, Tholdub, an immortal of the Necrons, took cover behind a crumbling structure. His cold, mechanical eyes fixed on the Sicarian infiltrator, Jerry, who had dared to challenge him. With a burst of energy, Tholdub unleashed a torrent of firepower, striking Jerry and inflicting significant damage. Jerry, however, refused to yield. Harnessing the power of motive force vitality, he channeled the energy to mend his wounds, determined to retaliate. Moving swiftly, Jerry closed in on Tholdub, his bladed weapons ready to strike. Yet, the Necrons' cover proved too formidable, and Jerry's attacks missed their mark. Meanwhile, Xantep, the relentless Necron apprentice, positioned himself at the edge of a dilapidated building. His gaze fell upon Ratigan, an arquebus gunner of the Mech forces, who found himself exposed in the open. Xantep seized the opportunity and unleashed a deadly barrage, incapacitating Ratigan with precision. Witnessing the fall of his comrade, Pinky, a skilled marksman of the Mech, resolved to avenge Ratigan's defeat. Taking careful aim, Pinky fired upon Xantep, inflicting a minor wound but failing to incapacitate the resilient Necron. Amidst the chaos, the plasmacyte accelerator hurriedly advanced, its purpose to support its allies and increase the movement capabilities of their leader, Codex of the Lost, a cunning and calculated technomancer. Codex orchestrated his forces with precision, using his nano-scarabs to fortify his defenses and order Tholdub to retaliate against Gus, another Sicarian infiltrator. Tholdub obeyed, inflicting minor wounds upon Gus, but it was Codex himself who had the final say. Taking careful aim, he incapacitated Gus before gracefully descending from the building to seek cover. Rizzo, the skilled plasma gunner of the Mech, surged forward, taking position behind a sturdy barricade. With his weapon at the ready, Rizzo aimed at Tholdub, knowing that the cover could no longer protect his foe. The powerful blast of plasma erupted from his gun, finding its mark and incapacitating Tholdub, leaving him helpless on the battlefield. Tholdub defied the odds and rose once more, seeking shelter within cover once again. Anutek, the immortal despotic, moved to the edge of a nearby building, his ancient frame towering above the battlefield. He took aim at Jerry, whose previous wounds had not yet fully healed, and unleashed a deadly salvo, incapacitating the valiant infiltrator. Rizzo, determined to turn the tides, sought refuge behind a secure barrier. With a steady hand, he trained his plasma gun on Anutek, unleashing a devastating blast that tore through the ancient Necron's defenses. Anutek fell to the ground, incapacitated and no longer a threat. On the opposing side, Harmonat the Bloodied, a deathmark of the Necrons, materialized on vantage point C in a cloud of smoke. Swiftly, He took cover at the edge of the building, surveying the battlefield for his next target. The Admech forces, led by their alpha, Mickey, pressed forward, determined to achieve victory. Amidst the chaos, Bernard, one of the marksmen of the Admech, received a command from Mickey, instructing him to follow his lead. With unwavering loyalty, Bernard dashed forward, his aim fixed upon the ANTP. The shots rang out, but they only struck the cover behind which the ANTP sought refuge. Unfazed, Bernard pressed on, moving closer to the heart of the battlefield. The plasmacyte reanimator, a vital support unit for the Necrons, moved forward, taking position on vantage point D, preparing to offer its rejuvenating energies to its fallen brethren. Gonzalez, the skilled assassin of the Admech, also pressed forward, darting through the chaos with remarkable speed, seeking the center of the battlefield. With the battlefield set, the clash of forces continued. Kotek, now positioned on vantage point C, surveyed the unfolding events, his mind calculating every move. He ordered Harmonat to take aim at Rizzo, who was now in his sights. Harmonat complied, firing with deadly precision and incapacitating Rizzo. Kotek, seizing an opportunity, targeted Mickey, inflicting minor wounds upon the Admech leader. Finally, he activated his nanoscarabs, bolstering his own defenses. Roland, ever vigilant, kept his focus on the battlefield. He aimed his mark rifle at the ANTP, who had proven to be a formidable opponent. With a precise shot, Roland incapacitated the ANTP, the arc energy coursing through the Necron's form. Tholop, hidden behind cover, took advantage of the momentary lull in the battle. His metallic form moved with precision as he unearthed a hidden artifact, his glowing eyes scanning its surface for potential power. The battle raged on, with both sides inflicting casualties upon each other. Harmonat reanimated, his wounds miraculously healing, ready to continue the fight. The ANTP also rose once more, fueled by the self-repair systems built within his ancient body. Gonzalez, refusing to back down, utilized his motive force vitality to regain his strength. With determination in his eyes, he pressed forward, swiftly planting a transponder at a strategic location. Taknofit, an immortal of the Necrons, took aim at Gonzalez, hoping to put an end to his valiant charge. However, in the chaos of the battlefield, Taknofit's shots missed their mark, allowing Gonzalez to continue his mission. As the battle entered its fourth turn, the tide seemed to shift in favor of the Admech forces. Taknofit and Kotek, despite their previous incapacitation, reanimated thanks to their resilient self-repair systems. Pinky, perched on vantage point B, carefully observed the unfolding events, gathering crucial information for her allies. The plasmacyte accelerator continued its reconnaissance from vantage point C, keeping a watchful eye on the battlefield. Bernard, undeterred by the losses suffered by his comrades, pushed forward, taking position on vantage point A. His keen eyes scanned the surroundings, ready to assist in any way possible. Roland, recovering from his wounds, made his way toward the center of the battlefield, intent on securing the Admech's objectives. Taknofit, seeing the imminent threat, took aim at Roland. His shots hit their mark, but Roland's sturdy armor mitigated the damage, leaving him with minor wounds. In a display of resilience, Roland retaliated from his overwatch position, but his shots met the sturdy wall, failing to find their target. Tholup, realizing the dire situation, fired upon Bernard, incapacitating him and removing another threat from the battlefield. Sentep, seizing the opportunity, took aim at Roland, his shots hitting with enough force to incapacitate the valiant arc rifle gunner. Despite the losses, the Admech forces continued to fight on. Kotek, determined to claim control over the battlefield, moved closer to the center, seeking to tip the scales in his favor. Sensing their imminent victory, the Necron forces decided to withdraw, vanishing from the battlefield. The Admech, battered and bruised, regrouped in a safe zone, attending to their wounded and repairing their damaged equipment. With requisition supplies and unwavering determination, the Admech forces tended to the extensive wounds of Brain and Radigan. Patching them up, they prepared for the next battle, knowing that their mission was far from over in the abandoned orc settlement on the planet Krynn.